Oh, come, my darling. Close the window. Ugh, there's a bad smell from that stagnant water, and besides, the mosquitoes are coming in.
Leave me alone.
Oh, you shouldn't lean out. You might fall into the water. You know what happened with Francois the First. You must be careful.
Still more examples of history. Sweetheart, I'm tired of French history. I want to see, the water, the sunlight. It's
Oh,
maybe
you can't
wow.
see them. There's no sunlight. It's nighttime, my darling.
There are still shadows.
Oh, you won't be able to see them anyway. It's dark.
Well, I want to see. You know how much I love to see the water.
But how can you, my darling?
It's 6 o'clock in the evening. It's dark already. It wasn't like this before. Surely you remember. That there was still daylight at 9 o'clock in the evening, 10 o'clock at midnight.
That's very true. What a remarkable memory you have.
Things have certainly changed.
Oh, in what way? What do you think?
I don't know. Semiramis, sweetheart. Maybe it's because the further one goes, the deeper one sinks. And because the earth, it keeps spinning around and around.
Round and around. Oh, oh, my little pet. Oh, yes, 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 yes. You certainly have a fine intellect. You are very gifted, my darling. You could have been head president, head king, even head doctor, or head general. You wanted to if you'd only had a little ambition in life.
What good would that have done us? We'd not have lived any better. Besides, we have a position here. I am a general, after all. General factotum. Yeah. Oh, I'm bored.
Well, let's amuse ourselves by making believe the way you did the other evening.
Make believe yourself. Your turn.
It's your turn.
Your turn.
It's your turn.
Your turn.
Oh, your turn.
Drink your tea, Semiramis.
Oh, come on now. Imitate the month of February.
I don't like the months of the year.
Well, they're the only ones we have until now. Come on, just to please me.
All right. Here's the month of February.
Right, thank you. You are so gifted, and you could have been at least a head general.
I am a general factotum.
Oh, yeah. Tell me a story. Oh, no. Tell me the story. Then, at last we arrive.
Again, you always ask for the same thing. Then at last we arrived. But it's monotonous for all of the 75 years that we've been married. Every single evening, every blessed evening, it's the same. You make me tell the same story. You make me imitate the same people, the same months, always the same.
Well, I'm not tired.
Let's talk about something else.
It's your life and it fascinates me.
You know it by heart.
Well, it's as if suddenly I have just forgotten everything. Come on, come on. Begin again, please.
Well, if you want me to.
I do, I do. What's yours is mine.
Then at last we arrived, my sweetheart.
Mm.
At last we arrived at a big fence. And we were soaked through, frozen to the bone for hours, for days, for nights, for weeks.
Oh, for months.
In the rain, our ears, our feet, our knees, our noses, our teeth were chattering. And that was 80 years ago. They wouldn't let us in. They might at least have, opened the gate of the garden.
Grass was wet.
There was a path. It led to a square, and in the center, a village church. And where was this village? Do you recall?
I've forgotten.
Well, how did we reach it? This place, it was called Paris, I think.
Oh, Paris never existed, my darling.
That city must have existed because it collapsed. It was the city of light, but it was extinguished 400,000 years ago. Nothing remains of it today except a song, a metaphor, a lullaby. Paris will always be Paris.
And the way to it was through the garden. Was it far?
The song?
Huh?
Rain?
You are very gifted. If you had a little ambition in life, you could have been a head king or a head committee. Oh, all that's gone down the drain. Down that old dark drain. Oh, I tell you,
Then, at last we arrived. We laughed and laughed until we cried. The story was so idiotic. The idiot arrived full speed, bare belly, with a big sack of rice, the rice spilling out on the ground. And then we arrived together, we laughed and we arrived.
he arrived and he
the rice with the rice spilling all over the place. We arrived and we laughed.
Oh, that's the way it was. Wonderful, Ferris.
Who could put it better?